Hello everybody, this is HyperCole64, and after a long hiatus from this game, we are finally back to Sonic Before the Sequel. I would like to quickly apologize for not commentating over this game for quite some time, but we are now back into this game, and we are gonna have some fun. It's gonna be great and awesome, and all that jazz! So let's get into... Welcome to Titanic Tower Zone, ladies and gentlemen. This level is... I'm not gonna say it's a bad level. I do like some of the level design in this level, and those boost pads are pretty cool. That's actually one of the gimmicks for this level, is the boost pads, where it will basically launch you up into the air, and you can basically jump on platforms and stuff. And there's certain segments that use those speed-up platforms. And for those of you who are asking, those sort of boost platforms you saw, or boost pads, I guess, whatever you want to call them, are sort of based off Sonic CD, I believe. At least, I think so. Anyway, yeah, I do like the aesthetics of the level, and the music's pretty good. But I have a strange vendetta with this level, and I don't know why. For some reason, I did have some trouble actually going through this level, and I don't know why. I don't have that many issues with it. I mean, it looks great and it sounds great, but I do feel that some of the level design at parts can be kind of awkward, if not cheap. Again, I'm not trying to dock it that much, but I don't know. It's... I have a strange vendetta with this level that I just wanted to get out of the way. But regardless, it does look great, and it's a nice little futuristic type level. We're basically going up a gigantic tower, and we need to find Dr. Eggman, stop him, and... And that enemy is the reason, or one of the reasons why I'm not very fond of this level. Those enemies right now are probably my least favorite enemies in the entire game, or my least favorite enemy, I mean. Because, I don't know, he doesn't, like, when you look at him, he doesn't look that bad. Just hit him when his spikes are not up. But for some freaking odd reason, I seem to always run into those guys and get hit. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't pay attention, but here's the thing. You're always going fast in this game, so how are you supposed to pay attention to the spikes? Because when you're running really, really fast, you can't really see those spikes. So, those are probably my least favorite enemies out of the entire game. Again, that's just my opinion, but... ugh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I've done Sonic Before the Sequel, and yeah, I'm glad to be going back into this again. It's been a while since I've actually played through this game, so I actually just went back to actually watch through this entire episode just to make sure that I wasn't too confused about anything, so I should be all good. But yeah, in terms of Titanic Tower Zone, there are a lot of enemies like that that are annoying, and... again, one of the reasons I'm not that very fond of this level. Not that very fond. That was good grammar, I swear. Anyway, but yeah, despite some problems, I do actually enjoy a good parts of these levels. For instance, those boost pad parts, I do actually kind of enjoy them, even though there are some obstacles that can get in the way at times. I do enjoy these boost pad parts. I think they are kind of cool, and it's kind of a cool gimmick. And kind of a reference to Sonic CD. And also the aesthetics of the level, and I will not lie, I didn't really care for the music in this level that much when I listened to the soundtrack the first time, but after listening to this music the first time, also, score glitch, for some reason, and I think that score glitch actually transfers into after the sequel as well. I don't know why that happens. Maybe the developer can tell us if he ever wants to tell us, but whatever. Back to what I was talking about. I never really cared for this music, like these tracks in this level that much the first time I listened to the soundtrack, but after listening to the soundtrack even more, I actually kind of became fond of them. They're very, like the first song here in this level is kind of a relaxing, you know, it's relaxing, but it still fits the level pretty well, and this one is sort of a, I don't know, it sounds like this song kind of sounds like it's kind of, you would hear it in the 90s or something. I don't know if that's just me, but the song kind of sounds like you could hear it like it came from a 90s video game or something, if it was updated or something. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I do actually like the music in this level. Anyway, here's another gimmick which is used in Act 2 and Act 3. Basically, there are these buttons that you have to press, and when you press those buttons, it will open up gates, but will turn out the lights. Also, interesting use of the engine right there. But back to what I was talking about, going off the tangents again. Tangents? Did I just say tangents? I meant to say tangents. Again, I have good grammar. I freaking swear. I got good grades in high school, I swear. Speaking of which, I can't believe it's going to be my senior year next year. I mean, it's... Ugh. Time just go by, like, extremely fast. Like, it's almost like yesterday that I was a freshman. Or maybe not yesterday, but a few years ago. And I also kind of have a vendetta with those flaming platforms. Because for some odd reason, like, I know their patterns, but for some odd reason, I never seem to pay attention to them. And I don't know why. And that was a weird glitch. Anyway, I went off too much of a tangent that I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, these gates. Whenever you press the button to open the gates, the lights actually turn off. And I guess the reason why this is, at least in terms of level design, is that it makes it so it's kind of harder to see the platform, so you have to rely more on lights or something. That's just my guess. It's an interesting gimmick, and it works kind of well. And after you pass through another gate, the lights will go back on, which is nice. Also, you have those ice spray things from Sonic City for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. But yeah, it's an interesting level gimmick. It doesn't really change gameplay that much. It's more of an aesthetic type of thing, but it does make it hard to actually see the platforms, and you do have to actually use the lights on those platforms to actually find them. So it's an interesting level gimmick. It doesn't do too much, but you know, it does look nice. So yeah. I also like the different effect that the developer uses for this level and the next act, where whenever the lights are off, the music sort of drones down and sort of is less... It sounds of less quality, I guess. It sounds cool. Maybe almost like a radio or something. I don't know. Like one of those old FM radios that you find in antique shops or something. I don't know. Anyway, Nerd Boost Pad checked in. Whee! Boost Pads! They're so much fun. And they remind me of Sonic CD, which I really, really like. I just thought I'd put that out there. I really like CD. I know there's some people who don't like CD, but I like CD, especially the HD version, because the HD port that they did was fantastic. But I believe we're coming up to the end of this act. Yes, we are, and for some odd reason, that didn't spin. Like, in other Sonic... I could be wrong, because it's been a while since I played the classic Sonic games. But in, like, classic Sonic games, I believe if you just went over the flagpole, it would spin anyway. But in this game, you actually have to go past the flagpole. Again, it's a little nitpick, but whatever. Anyway, it is time for Act 3. This was the act I actually had the most trouble with. And, yeah, this is where I sort of get my vendetta for this level. My sort of, you know, like a bittersweet feeling. Like, I like the aesthetics and the level... the aesthetics and the music and some of the level design is cool, but at the same time, like, I don't know. We'll get to the parts when we get to them, but just some of the level design choices in this act, especially, are kind of iffy with me. I don't know why. Maybe it could just be because of the engine. Because I'm gonna admit right now, I don't mind the engine for this game. Like, this uses the Sonic World engine. I don't mind the. I keep falling for that. Jeez. Anyway. I don't mind the Sonic World engine, but I will admit it's not perfect, because there's some points where I feel like the engine kind of glitches out a little bit and does things that you don't want to do. Again, it doesn't happen very often, so it's not that much a complaint. And I will also admit that Sonic's, when Sonic starts speeding up, it kind of takes a while for him to get the full speed. I will admit that. I mean, it's no Sonic 4, but whatever. And you sort of go up ledges more than you would in regular 2D Sonic games. Or at least the classic games, and I had a little trouble in this part of the level. For some odd reason, those platforms, I think it might be due to the engine. For some odd reason, I tried to jump on those platforms, and whenever I get off of those enemy-type things that look like enemies from Marvel Zone, like, right there, like, I can't seem to get back onto the platforms, and I don't know why. It might just because of the engine. Again, don't mind it, but it's not perfect. It's not a perfect engine. Anyway, you know, I actually have to wonder what the names of these enemies are, because I don't think I ever looked up what the names for these enemies are, or if like Vapid ever made names for any of these enemies. I imagine he probably didn't, because, you know, there's really no point. I mean, it does add, maybe it adds some charm, but the game is already good anyway, so it would be more like an optional type thing he would do just for giggles. But I don't know. I like those spinning enemies with, like, the spikes, like those tire-like enemies that have spikes. I wonder what those enemies are called. Maybe I should give them a name. What should I name them? How about... Spike tires? Spike... I don't know. I don't know if that sounds like a good name, because it doesn't sound like something you would hear from Sonic, because when you hear Sonic games, you usually hear things like Motobug, or Slicers, or Shell Crackers, so... I don't know. Death tires sound kind of like, I don't know, not really Sonic-y. I don't know. I don't know what names I would give these enemies, but whatever. You guys can tell me in the comments if you guys have any ideas or something. I don't know. Something to say in the comments. Anyway, doing pretty good so far. 2, 1, kick it. Freeze! Also, fun fact, I believe those audio files with the voices, I believe are from Sonic CD. I think they are. I forgot what level it was. I think it was the Japanese version of Stardust Speedway that I heard those voice tracks from. I think that's what it is. But whatever. And wait, what? What happened there? I got hit by the enemy, but I only got 1 ring left. What the heck? That was very strange. And okay, what happened there? What the frick happened there? Yeah, again, that wasn't a level design, but it's things like that that make me have a vendetta for this level. Because if I distinctly remember, the first time I played this level, I think I did actually get a game over. I think this was the level that actually gave me a game over. So, I don't know, whatever. And also, nope. 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 Chuck Testa. Yeah, I had some trouble in this part, and yeah, it didn't go out very well. Yeah, it's just some parts of this level, like, it might just be me, but, like, right there, nope. Try again. Nope. And going backwards. Try again. Nope. And going backwards. I'm not kidding, I tried to go forward, and I just kept going backwards. Again, the engine's not perfect, but I still don't mind it. I know some people don't like it, but you know what? Whatever. Personal preference. And I need the extra life. Well, I don't need it, but, you know, extra life, that's nice, because I just lost one. But anyway. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just continue on with the level, and, music will start playing anytime now. Music? Music? Where are you? Okay, that was really, really strange. I don't know why that happened. That's one of the, one glitch in the game that, I actually forgot to point out, is that the music can glitch out at times, and that's one of the points where the music actually glitched out. Again, I don't know maybe if it's a problem with Sonic World's engine, or maybe with the coding, I don't know. But, whatever. I'm gonna off-screen, and I'll be back when, we get back up to the point where we were before. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is about the point we were before, I believe. And, you know the part where I actually died the first time and I lost all my rings and I died to that cheap, explosion? You wanna know the worst part about that death? You wanna know the worst part? I was right at the freaking end of the level. I died right at the end. That's just the tip of the iceberg with my vendetta for this freaking level. But it's over. It's all good. We're done. And now it's time to head up to the second to last special stage, which plays Sonic Rush music. The special stage Sonic Rush music, I speak for some freaking out reason. I don't know why, but whatever. Anyway, what we're actually going through... Oh, before I talk about anything else, there's a new gimmick to this level. There are those boost pads from the previous level, sort of fitting with what we just played. Basically, when you step on them, you go flying up in the air and allow you to get on the higher platforms. But it can also be a trick for getting less rings. Dang you, level design. Anyway, I really have nothing else to talk about in terms of special stages and the last level itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way right now because I was going to talk about this. I'm not going to be doing any more levels in this episode. I'm only going to be doing 1 level per episode from now on. And the reason why for that is that at this point, levels actually get start really getting very long. And I feel like that if I do 2 levels in this episode, this video will just get way too long. And I think that previous episodes were pretty long as it was. So from now on, I will only be doing 1 level per episode for the last 3 main episodes, I guess. And that's the frame rate drop, by the way. Thanks, LBS. I appreciate it. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time so you guys weren't confused. But anyway, guys, we got an extra left, and it is time for a cutscene, so I will shut up for that. And now it's time for the Titanic Tower Zone boss, which... Actually, I think this was actually the boss that got me a game over the first time I played this game. And thus, I also have a little bit of a vendetta with this boss as well. Now, the first time I played this, obviously I had a little trouble, but playing this now, I can do it just fine. But first-time players might have trouble with this level, because basically how this boss works is that there's that gigantic arm that Eggman has. And if you're in the way of that arm when the arm swings up, you will actually get stunned for a minute. And if you get hit by that laser while you're stunned, you'll lose your rings. And if you have no rings, you're going to be screwed. So really be careful on this level and make sure you're not in the way of the arm. Or at least when you get stunned, that big gigantic laser doesn't hit you. Or is not close to you at all, or else you're going to get hit. If you have no rings, you're going to die. So really be careful on this level. Again, it's not too bad, but the first time I did play this boss, I did actually get a game over on it. So I do have a little bit of vendetta for this boss, but hey, the music's great, so you know what? That makes up for it. But with that being said, guys, we're coming to the end of this episode, I believe, so I'm going to go ahead and do my outro here. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please check out my other content. Follow me on Miiverse, Twitter, and Twitch. And until next time, guys, I'm Hypercool64. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next episode.